Hey guys, it's Andy from Stello's Revenge, and I'm here today with my hashtag ReadSoulLit TBR. So if you're not familiar, hashtag ReadSoulLit is an event founded by Dee Dee from Brown Girl Dreaming and Frenchie D. I will link up her YouTube channel and her blog down below. So Read Soul Lit is in honor of Black History Month in February here in the US, and don't be fooled, the hashtag is very active all year, so if you need any recommendations, if you want to see more of what it's about, there are plenty of videos, tweets, blog posts, etc. So there is stuff out there for sure. So Dee Dee has quite a few things lined up for Read Soul Lit. There's going to be a group read over on Goodreads. I will link that down below. There is also an Instagram challenge that I will link down below. So plenty of things to do to take part. So for my TBR, the first book that I am including is Bedrock Faith by Eric Charles May. And this is the book that Dee Dee chose for a read-along. And the description of this book is fairly long and involved, and I have not quite wrapped my head around how to summarize it. So it will be linked right down below. You can go check it out for yourself. It sounds fantastic. The second book I'd like to mention is Women, Politics, and Culture by Angela Y. Davis. Angela Y. Davis is an activist, a writer, a scholar. Everyone should know who she is. Unfortunately, I have not read her work before, but I am going to be reading this book along with several friends on Twitter. So if we decide to make it an official hashtag or whatever, I would be happy to share that with you. Otherwise, just go check me out on Twitter to see what we're talking about. The next book on my TBR is Welcome to Braggsville by T. Geronimo Johnson. It is about a young man who grows up in a rural town. He goes off to college at Berkeley and has to get his feet under him as far as the new ideas flying around. Like so many of us that grew up in rural areas and then are completely gobsmacked when we get to college, in a good way, but still, there's some adjustment that has to be done. He lets it out of the bag that there's a Civil War reenactment that happens in his town, and so his friends kind of rally around him, and they decide they're going to go back to the town and disrupt this event in some kind of way. So very excited to read T. Geronimo Johnson. I've heard wonderful things about him, and I have this book that's been waiting on my e-reader for me. So the next book on the list is another one that has been waiting for me on my e-reader, and that is Like Trees Walking, the first novel from Ravi Howard. And it is going to be really heavy and really difficult to read. It is about the lynching of a young black man in 1981 and how his friends kind of cope with that event. One of them finds his body. I think another one, his family runs the funeral home in town, and they just must grapple with this event and the fallout of it. So it sounds incredibly powerful, incredibly difficult, but I am looking forward to it. From what I understand, this one is great, though I have not heard maybe as much about this book as some of the others on my stack. So hopefully I can have a review for you when all is said and done. The next book on my TBR is Building a Movement to End the New Jim Crow by Daniel Hunter. I have not read the book, The New Jim Crow. I really want to, but I just haven't gotten a hold of it yet. So I'm excited to read about this, especially in the times that we live in, when resistance and organizing and demonstrating are incredibly important. I think it's going to be a really timely, important book. I have not yet read Colson Whitehead, so I added Zone 1 to my TBR, and it came before The Underground Railroad, the book that Colson Whitehead has gotten so much attention for in the last year or two, and I'm excited. It is kind of an off-kilter zombie novel from what I understand, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. It has been recommended and reviewed everywhere, so it's about time that I got on that. And in this lineup of books, which are very heavy, both politically and, you know, as far as the trigger warning worthy content, I think Zone 1 may be a good change if I need something not necessarily lighter, but just different. It is a science fiction novel. It is a quote-unquote vampire novel or zombies? I don't remember. Bad me. But just something a little different with still kind of that literary qualities. And last but not least is Salvage Bones by Jesmyn Ward. I have been supposed to read this book forever. I am really scared to read it because dogfighting and Katrina, and it's going to rip my guts out. I got to get over myself and just do it. So definitely looking forward. I always say that. Don't say that again. So I'm putting Salvage the Bones at the top of my list, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to jump in and do it. So that is my TBR for hashtag Read Soul Lit. I hope that you also will join in. All the information you need will be below, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.